a column of Russian armored vehicles is heading into Ukrainian territory. The Ukrainians were prepared for the offensive and began an operation to halt the advance. Some armored vehicles hit anti-tank mines and exploded. This was a preparatory move by the Ukrainian forces and a very clever one. The Russian occupiers did not know that the first strike would be underground. But this column does not stop and continues its advance. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone pursues Russian armored vehicles and, upon catching up, crashes into them. There are still many armored vehicles in the area. Ukrainian operators have eliminated all the armored vehicles belonging to Russian forces one by one. We are shown scenes of their vehicles burning. There were 3 different armored vehicles in total. Drone strikes from the air have a significant advantage, and by hitting vulnerable spots on armored vehicles, they can blow them up with a single strike. More footage of Ukrainian forces stopping the advance of Russian troops. Several armored vehicles full of Russian soldiers were advancing in the Kherson region. Ukrainian operators immediately deployed kamikaze drones. They crashed into the armored vehicles, blowing them up one after another. The Ukrainian forces' superiority helped them stop part of the convoy. But the armored vehicles are very powerful, and this doesn't stop them. They continue to advance toward the main positions of the Ukrainian forces. Despite the fact that the armored vehicles continued to advance after a series of possible kamikaze drone strikes, they were forced to stop, and the troops immediately fled to old houses for cover. But they didn't realize that the skies were under Ukrainian control and no place would save them. Kamikaze drones headed straight for them and crashed into Russian soldiers, calling out to them. They hid in old houses in the woods, but Ukrainian operators found them using drone cameras and eliminated them on the spot. The strikes were then directed at the remaining armored vehicles. Thus, they managed to stop the advance, clearing out all the Russians in the area. We see their armored vehicles burning. If you like our work, don't forget to like and subscribe. Russian soldiers emerged from their dugouts after explosions. Drone-launched bombs devastated the area, but they were lucky to survive. They immediately head for other dugouts for cover. But for Ukrainian operators, their elimination is only a matter of time. Since the attack comes from the sky, defending against such an attack is impossible all the time. Ukrainian drone operators drop bombs directly into the dugouts, and we see a powerful explosion. All the dugouts where Russian soldiers were hiding are blown up one after another. They are left under rubble. The entire area is covered in smoke. Thus, the territory is claimed. After some time, reinforcements arrive in the form of large armored vehicles with Russian special forces inside. They all head into the woods to the old houses. But the same fate awaits them too. It's impossible to resist what you can't see. The attacks continue, one after another. Russian soldiers are blown up in dugouts in old houses in the forest. They simply have nowhere to hide. Some of them entered the old houses, but they too were eliminated. Kamikaze drones crashed into them and blew up the entire area, all the shelter. Thus, the Russian occupiers themselves fell into a trap they didn't foresee. The territory was cleared. If you like our work, don't forget to like and subscribe. Russian occupiers are heading for the dugouts. They have taken up positions and are hiding in the dugouts. They themselves are unaware that they are being watched from the sky. Immediately, kamikaze drones are sent towards them. It flies up to the dugout and crashes. A powerful explosion hits them. A Ukrainian drone heads toward Russian occupier positions and crashes into their moped. The remaining drones are aimed at old houses where the occupiers are hidden. But the kamikaze drones crash into everything in their path, blowing up dugouts, old houses, and trenches. All the soldiers are eliminated. The footage shows a car carrying Russian soldiers lurching forward. The first drone strike misses it, then a second drone crashes into it and blows the car to pieces. A Russian occupier is spotted in an open field. He's heading toward his positions. Ukrainian operators have sent him a small gift in the form of a kamikaze drone. The drone approaches and crashes into him, eliminating him from the area within a second. We see his remains burning after the explosion. Another occupier was also caught in an open field. He was severely damaged by bombs dropped from the sky. He lay half dead on the grass. Ukrainian operators finished him off with several more bombs dropped from the sky. If you like our work, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ukrainian operators eliminated a Russian armored vehicle on the territory and sent kamikaze drones for surveillance. After identifying the target, the drones crashed into them and detonated them. After the drone strikes, the Russian armored vehicles were no longer operational. We can see the armored vehicles smoking in the footage. Ukrainian operators know the vulnerabilities of armored vehicles and other equipment. This allows them to eliminate them with a single strike during offensives. A group of Russian occupiers is detected on Ukrainian territory. Ukrainian operators have sent drones toward them. A drone approaches them and crashes, blowing up a group of Russian occupiers. All of them are killed by a single drone strike. To finish them off, the Ukrainian operators send a second drone, a strike, and an explosion. The entire area is covered in smoke.